Today we're going to be looking at unit rates. Unit rates are a comparison of two measurements in which one of the terms has a value of 1. That's right, there's going to be a 1 in the numerator or denominator. That's all that means. So let's start looking at this one. Susie drove 180 miles to Nashville in 3 hours. Express how fast Susie was traveling as a unit rate. Well, this is an easy one. We just do 180 miles over 3 hours. And it's really just like simplifying it or dividing it. We do 180 divided by 3. For those people who need this, the 3 will be on the outside. And we will get 60. And then what are our units? Well, they're miles for every 1 hour. So it goes 60 miles per hour. Now as we look at our second one, Fast Phil ran 3/4 of a mile in 1/10 of an hour. Express that as a unit rate. So it's going to be 3/4 miles over 1/10 of an hour. So 3/4 miles over 1/10 of an hour. So that equals, well, remember when we did complex fractions? In order to figure out what it's going to be, we have to do 3/4 divided by 1/10, or 3/4 times the reciprocal, 10 over 1. And we could do a little simplifying before we multiply. And we get 15 over 2, or, as some people like to say, 7.5. And what's that going to be? 7.5 miles for every 1 hour. So it goes 7.5 miles an hour. That's really pretty fast. That's why they call him Fast Phil. Okay, Missy ran 12 miles in 2 hours. Write 2 unit rates to represent this situation. Well, we can do 12 miles in 2 hours. And I think most of you all will see 12 divided by 2 is 6 miles. And that's for 1 hour. But can we write this a different way? Well, Missy might want to know the opposite of that. How many hours will it take her to run 1 mile? So we just flip it. And when we do, we end up with something strange. When we divide this, if you do it as a decimal, you'll get 0.16 repeating, or you could just get the fraction 1/6. So that would be 1/6 of an hour to run 1 mile. If you divided this, it would be 0.16 with the 6 repeating. So hours per 1 mile. So it would take her 1/6 of an hour to run 1 mile. That's actually about a 10-minute mile. So unit rates, you simply divide. The important thing to remember are your units.